Live Forever from Oasis. This was a request from somebody, and if you know anything about me or whatever about this channel, you know that I really like Oasis and that I'm happy to fulfill this request. And I looked around on YouTube and I've seen other people react to Oasis, so I think I'm fine to react to them. I don't know, but we'll see and all that stuff. So anyway, we'll get into the song and talk about it after. I might pause through, I don't know, but let's just get into this because I like this song and I love this band. Let's go.
Maybe I don't really wanna know how you got in girls, 'cause I just wanna fly. Lately, did you ever feel the pain in the morning rain as it soaks you to the bone? Or maybe I just wanna fly, wanna live but don't wanna die. Maybe I just wanna breathe. Maybe I just don't believe. Maybe you're the same as me. We see things I'll never see. You and I are gonna live forever. I said maybe I don't really wanna know how you got it
All right, Live Forever, Oasis. Yeah, like I said, I really like this band, and this is one of their best songs, one of their most popular songs anyway. And I think Liam Gallagher has stated that it is his favorite song to sing just because of the message of it. And that's pretty much the whole message of it is just like uh, lighthearted stuff or whatever. It's just to, I guess, boost your boost you up or whatever. And yeah, that's what they tried to do here. And obviously, it's worked 25 years later, and it's still playing on a lot of stations, at least in the UK, I know. And yeah, it's still rated as a great song. So anyway, looking at Genius.com, so it says "Live Forever" was released as a third single off of Definitely Maybe, their 1994 album. This song was written when Noel Gallagher was working as a construction worker, and he had some downtime to write songs. It is critically revered for being an optimistic ballad at a time when grunge was popular. So Noel attempted to contrast Oasis and Nirvana and Kurt himself. The main difference, as Noel stated, was here was a guy who had everything and was miserable about it, and we had nothing, and I still thought that getting up in the morning was the greatest effing thing ever, because you didn't really know where you'd end up at night. And then, so obviously, Noel and Kurt had different, I guess, outlooks on life, and also, it says here that they released the song just months after Cobain died in 1994. So it says it was released in August. Kurt died in April. So I mean, I don't think Noel like put it out to be like to make Nirvana fans mad or something like that. Even with Kurt's death, I don't think he'd go low as that. It was just more of a song at that point to like it says to be optimistic and everything. I don't think he was just like, oh yeah, look at Kurt, whatever. He was saying look at Kurt, but like he wasn't trying to make him a mockery out of him or whatever, I guess. But anyway, because I like Nirvana and Oasis. So anyway, it says in 2006 it was included in the best of compilation Stop the Clocks, and in 2010 it was included on the new singles Time Flies 1994 2009 album. And then it goes on about what have the artists said on the song. So Noel Gallagher said, I've pretty much summed up everything I wanted to say on Rock and Roll Star, Live Forever, and Cigarettes and Alcohol. After that, I'm repeating myself but in a different way. And then he also said, with every song that I write, I compare it to the Beatles. I've got semi-close once or twice with Live Forever. Live Forever, for example, the solo on that is one of the greatest things in rock music. And then Liam Gallagher on the song, I think the words still mean something powerful. You talk about Oasis capturing a spirit, and I think that song is how a lot of people feel when they're down on their luck, which is what I was trying to say earlier there. I first heard it on the boardwalk in Manchester when our kid, Noel Gallagher, was trying it out. Even when we were starting it now, it always feels like we're going to perform our best version of it. It makes me think that it makes me think of my mom, and it's a song that makes me feel like I have the best job in the world. I may not have written it, but I get to sing it. It's weird because it's outlasted other tunes, which, like I said earlier, it's one of their most popular songs. And I think it's just the message of it. It's just like the whole optimistic message and how grunge was so big then. And you did have bands, because I know Noel Gallagher said before that he heard the song I Hate Myself and I Want to Die from Nirvana, and he just thought that was a bunch of crap. It was just like, why are they like this? It's just like, so that's probably, he said that was a part of why he wanted to write this song. And then, like I said earlier, just to like say it again, like after Kurt died, I don't think Noel put it out just to show like, oh yeah, look what happens when you write this kind of music. That's just how it went. And like, I think Noel probably looked at Kurt as a inspiration at some point. I do know that he didn't hate Nirvana and stuff, but at least nowadays he says he doesn't. So anyway, back then he might have had different outlooks before Kurt's death as well. So anyway, maybe I don't really want to know how your garden grows because I just want to fly. An annotation here. Basically, Noel is sick of the mundane watching a garden grow because he has no aspirations to do greater things like fly. According to Q magazine, it was by the Gallagher's childhood memories of walking around the garden while bored. And then go on to the second part. Lately, did you ever feel the pain as the morning or in the morning rain as it soaks you to the bone? A roundabout way of asking the world if they agree with him. Have they realized that there are better things to do than watch gardens grow? Feeling the morning rain is a symbol of being hit with a painful realization that makes you think. Wow. Then we get into the first chorus. Maybe I just want to fly, want to live, I don't want to die. And then it goes on here. The song was in a way a response to Kurt Cobain and Nirvana's self-depreciating and depressing lyrics. Although Noel did say he was a fan of the band, yeah, so he did say he was a fan. It's pretty much the opposite of I hate myself and want to die. So yeah, I didn't even know they were going to talk about this, but here we are. So Noel's thoughts, as much as I effing like Kurt and all that shit, I don't want to swear because of YouTube's new rules here. I'm not having that. I can't have people like that coming over here on Smack effing saying that they hate themselves and they want to die. That's effing rubbish. Kids don't need to hear stuff like that. So yeah, pretty much what I kind of already said. I didn't know they were going to bring that up, so that's pretty cool. Maybe I just want to breathe. Maybe I just don't believe. Uh-oh. The repetition of maybe shows that Noel isn't quite sure what he wants to do with his life. He talks about wanting to fly earlier in the song, but here he hints that he doesn't believe that life is ultra meaningful, and maybe there's nothing more to it than staying alive and breathing. Regardless, the point is that he only gets to decide what his meaning of life is. Pretty deep there. So then we move on. Maybe you're the same as me. We see things they'll never see. Some have speculated that this is addressed to Noel's main music influence and hero, John Lennon, which is also Liam's hero. They love the Beatles. Both have been known to look at the world a little differently than the rest of us. Noel's explanation is that this is a reference to how friends laugh at jokes and stories that no one else sees or understands. So, yeah, inside jokes, I guess, stuff like that. And then you got You and I Are Gonna Live Forever, which is just a great line and a very optimistic line. Whether it is directed at Lennon or simply anyone he chooses to live their lives the same way as him, the message is clear. If you live your life the right way on Earth, you will never be forgotten. And I mean, Oasis, I don't think they're going to be forgotten. So that's pretty good. Then you go on to the second verse. Same stuff. Yeah, same as the first verse. So yeah, a lot of repetition in the song. There's not like many like lyrics. It's just like kind of a lot of repetition, but it gets the point home, and it's just simple. So we're going to the second chorus. Maybe I will never be all the things that I want to be. Now is not the time to cry. Now is the time to find out why. So it says, it sucks when you find out that you can't live an awesome life just because you wish really hard and have big dreams, but that doesn't mean that you give up. Just because you can't achieve everything you hope to achieve, it doesn't mean that you can't make something of yourself. So anyway, yeah, I think I messed up some words there. But anyway, just don't give up on yourself, basically. Find out why. Like it says, now is not the time to cry, now is the time to find out why. So just find out why you're having trouble and get through it and keep on trucking, you know? I think you're the same as me. We see things they'll never see. You and I are going to live forever. Perhaps the most optimistic thing to ever come out of Noel's mouth, highlighting the similar fortunes of Oasis and Nirvana. Noel offers that if they can focus on the positive, both will survive themselves and survive history. So, yeah, and then we go down, there's a guitar solo, which Noel said he thought was a great guitar solo. And yeah, it worked really well with the song, and it sounded great. So, yeah. And then basically it's the same stuff over again. I don't think there's any more annotations here. We have the outro, actually, the last annotation. So, gonna live forever, and then repeating the line 4 times, we're gonna live forever. So, whether this is directed at Lennon or simply anyone else, okay, this is the same quote. But anyway, Liam Gallagher claims he is singing this to his mother when he sings it live, and these lyrics are directly speaking to her, which I have heard before. And there's another song from Oasis called Don't Go Away, which I know Liam really thinks about his mom when he's singing that as well. So yeah, I just like Oasis a lot, so I have all this stuff in my head. But anyway, I know that Liam really likes this song and that other song, Don't Go Away. And yeah, like I said, this is a was a big song for them, and it's still a big song 25 years later. And I didn't know it was in reference to Nirvana so much. I knew that Noel has talked about Nirvana. I never really heard Liam talk about this song and Nirvana and all that stuff, but I know Noel has talked about it. And yeah, I'm kind of surprised that a lot of annotations here talked about Nirvana and Kurt. So obviously, it was a point of interest or whatever for Noel to write this song. And unfortunately, Kurt passed away. And like Noel said, he was a fan of Kurt and his band. But the whole hating yourself and wanting to die, it is a sad outlook on life. And it's like you want to try to get better, I guess. But I mean, a lot of people have different outlooks, so that's what's going to happen with their music. And I love Nirvana's music. I mean, I like this song. I hate myself and I want to die. So like, yeah, it's just, and I love this song, Live Forever. So two different contrasts, and both bands have gone on to, be the biggest bands of the last 25 years, 30 years, whatever it's been now. But yeah, I guess that's almost it. Obviously, I loved reacting to Oasis, and I hope this video can stay up. And I hope to react to more Oasis songs in the future because I really like to go through lyrics like this. I know some people said that they like how I do that, how I go through lyrics and everything. And I just like to know what's going on. I don't like to listen to a song and then just end it and say that was a great song and then end the video. I mean, I don't really. I mean, I'm not trying to hurt anyone or whatever. I just want to know what's going on and what the uh, point was of the song and who the people were that sang and everything. So yeah. And also, speaking of singing, I just want to say that like just listening to the song again, just hearing Liam's voice at its peak, pretty much like between '94 and probably like '98 or '99. I mean, his voice was just stellar, and then I went through a rough period in the 2000s, and recently it has really come back. So that's all well and good. And yeah, just a timeless tune, you know? So anyway, thanks for the request. I really appreciate it. And thanks for watching and liking and subscribing and commenting and all that stuff. I really appreciate all that. And it's cool to see that people like to watch my videos and all that stuff. So anyway, I'll see you guys later. And yeah, have a great day or night or whatever. Thanks for watching.